Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Sorry I'm late. Someone kind of clogged the shower, and I had to just wait every so often for it to go down before continuing. So my shower took longer than I thought it would. I gotta get some drain cleaner tomorrow. So then that way that doesn't happen again for a while, because that was just bothering me. I refuse to continue my shower if the water is going to be backing up that much. That's just nasty. But now I'm clean, I'm all good. Super duper clean. And yes, for a recap. In the last episode, we met a new friend, the Palico, who is a battle-hardened feline. We also got our new outfits. Noir Corn learned how to use his sword. And our girl Yato's gonna learn how to use her dual blades. We also met a tsundere old man who thought of Yato being similar to his son. And the old man's currently going crazy. He's having a crisis. Let's see how he is with the heart-piercing strike. Anu, hello. What did you miss? Well, the entire first half of the event? But I was gonna say it's alright, but at the same time, is it? Yeah! Meow! Norcorn! Mew almost cut me in half!
Sorry. I still haven't gotten the hang of this longsword yet.
Okay, well, I said that he learned how to use his weapon last time, but he's not used to it yet. But it's alright. Norcorn is a good boy. He will learn. These fellows look even scarier than the ones we saw in the cave before. Judging from the Originium crystal distribution on their bodies, the infection seems to be quite severe. And they're moving so quickly, as if trying to flee. You must be quite curious about how I know so much. It's because I've been observing the endemic life forms affected by Originium the whole time. Hey, are you even listening?
Saving people was more important than that. We need to go take a look. Hello? It's safe now. Where are you?
Here. Over here.
Huh? Over here?
Yes, behind the sliding door. Wait, what? There's a sliding door here in a cave?
There's nothing blocking the door, though.
Huh? How is that possible? I've tried everything I could to open it, to no avail. Mystery person was stuck behind the invisible wall.
How about lifting this handle down here?
Like this? It opened! Or they did not know how to use a doorknob. What? So that's how it works? No wonder I had so much difficulty finding it. What an ingenious design.
So, were you trapped like that for the last 3 days?
That's right. Maybe I was a bit too obsessed with my research, after all. It's such a rare finding. Oh? What's this soft thing under my feet?
The corpse of an Originium slug. May I ask who you are?
Sorry there, Sluggy. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Mirai Taki, an ecological researcher. Oh. Is that the niece, the famous niece? The person who wrote stuff on a tree? Mirai? Norcorn, the horns on her head are different from yours.
You said your name was Mirai?
Yep.
We're operators from Rhodes Island on a mission in the area. I'm Noir Corn, and this is...
Meow. So you're a scholar of the environment here? Of course. I'm in the middle of an ecological survey, actually. May I take a look at your research notes, pretty please? What is this adorable talking creature? What's it going to do? Meow. I'm not some creature. I'm a feline. And a researcher myself to boot. Look, I have Meow's own research notes here. Wow. You even sketched a little explosion that Fukurami herbs make? That's one of my favorites. did you know that it explodes from the pressure of the liquid inside the fruit? That was my hypothesis. As the fruit ripens, the mucus inside gradually builds up.
Hey, I'm the one who saved you, so mind answering my questions first?
Sorry, Noir Corn, you just became the third wheel here. Sorry, boy.
Oh, fine. So, how did you get stuck down here in the first place?
It was part of my ecological survey. I did say that I'm a researcher, didn't I? Well, they did say that they were using some Originium slugs to make the outfits, or at least that's what Smithy said. He's like, hee, thank you, Originium slug. So I'm just wondering, what parts are from the Originium slug?
Okay, next question.
Hold on, let me talk first. I've got some incredible news for you all. You'll never guess what I saw. Do you know what's living in this cave? A super big, flying monster.
Yeah.
Flying monster breathes fire.
Gotcha.
Gotcha? Do you not find it the least bit interesting?
It's called a Rathalos, and we were on its back before getting thrown down here.
How could this be? What a tragedy. It turned out to be a creature that's already known. I was even going to name it after a character from a manga I read recently. I got so excited over nothing. I want to know what manga she was reading. Wait, talking creature, I've never seen anything like you before. Are you a new species? What are you doing? Get your paws off of me. Just let me take a good look.
Hold on. Let's get down to business first. Did you come into contact with the Rathalos?
Yes, I observed it for a good while. I recorded its actions in the mine and what changes it went through within the Originium zone. But now it feels like that was all a waste of time. Me recorded its behavior.
Originium zone changes? No. Could you please show us those records? This is really important.
Wow, such a good boy. Look at him. He corrected himself to be polite. Of course. Just wait here for a bit while I find them. Meow? Food, drinking water, and even light equipment. What's all this? Protective gear for the Originium, of course. How well prepared. No wonder Mew managed to last 3 days on here. I even brought some carbonated Suzuka flavored drinks. Noir Corn, there's a ladder here. Maybe we can escape through the hole we came from.
This looks like the entrance to the Originium processing plant. Where did you see the Rathalos?
Not too far from here. Just straight ahead through this hole in the mine shaft. The shaft you came down was the one closest to the mine, and was only abandoned because it was too far from the village. I imagine it's the most convenient for the Rathalos to fly in and out from.
You seem awfully familiar with the place.
Enough to get by. Oh, right, here.
And this is...
The Rathalos brought you to here, right? So I'm guessing you were separated from your other companions. You can make use of the vent over there to send a smoke signal to help them to find you.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, here are all my notes, but my handwriting might be a little messy, so I'll read them out loud for you while you have a look. 4 days ago, the Rathalos flew into the cave at night, and the miners changing shifts were scared away. The flames it spewed also triggered a small explosion which led to a partial collapse of the mine, and thus sealed the passage to the village.
No wonder there was so much active Originium dust.
It doesn't seem to be doing so well itself. The huge amount of Originium dust has noticeably affected it. In particular, it has difficulty feeding and an increasingly violent temperament. I used an instrument to examine the dust in more detail, and I could see a large amount of particles suspended around it. Every time it breathes fire, the dust is set aflame, causing great devastation. We're lucky it hasn't wrecked the mine yet. Norcorn! That's why its flames are so powerful. Did you come across it while outside?
More than once even. It's why we came in the first place, actually. It's been spreading Originium dust all over the village.
In that case, I must stress that if you want to deal with it, now might be the best time.
Huh?
Because it's in an extremely weakened state, and though it can recover quickly, it will still take some time. Also, the mine has been overused to the point of becoming structurally unstable. So if you just detonated bombs in certain spots, you could instantly collapse the entire mine.
I'm a little worried about the Rathalos spewing fire while we're doing that, though. It'd ignite all the Originium dust, and, well, the consequences would be disastrous.
Yes, but you have to trust me. As long as you follow my plan, it won't have a chance to open its jaws, let alone spit out an ember. The only problem is that we don't have enough people to set up bombs in all the locations I marked on the map. We need at least one more, or it'll be virtually impossible to get it done by today. It would be perfect if Yato were here then. Is that another of your companions? Yes, a very serious but reliable lass. She also has 2 other felines like me by her side. Then we should have enough, but...
But what?
It's about the Rathalos. I still have some questions that might influence your final decision. Check my notes on page 237, in the bottom right corner.
Oh gosh, what page did she start writing her notes from?
Did she start from page 1? If she did, that is a lot of notes. I've done some research into the materials it leaves behind, and found out it's not actually infected with oripathy, which means its changes were not due to the infection. They're not? Then why does it have so much trouble feeding? I doubt it's completely unaffected by Originium, but I still wouldn't say it has oripathy. What's even stranger is that more and more Originium clusters are forming on its body.
So... if the Rathalos isn't infected, the Originium clusters on its body might just be a temporary thing? And maybe it's not the one spreading the Originium dust?
That's my theory, but I don't have any hard evidence to confirm it. Besides, the Rathalos' behavior towards Originium is also remarkably different from other creatures I've observed, and it's really difficult to describe. I think it's best if you see it for yourselves. Let's go, Noircorn. Oddhorn Scholar, can you show us the way?
No, wait.
Alright, you just escaped. I don't mind.
No, that's not what The communicator. We got a signal.
Oh? Maybe it's due to the signal booster here. Can you try and contact Yato? Hurry and tell her what's going on here.
Not yet. First, I have to ask you something important, Miss Taki.
Huh? Me?
You came into the mine alone, but with ample resources before the Rathalos even arrived. You're very familiar with the place, but weren't with the miners when they changed shifts. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten stuck here. From my experience with the villagers and how sus they've been about the mine, I doubt they let an outsider conduct an ecological survey here.
Yeah, they were being pretty sus, weren't they?
In short, I have some doubts about your identity. Not to mention your family name. It's the same as the headman of Roka village, right? So relate to him, but you don't mind teaching us how to destroy the mine, and you're happy to guide us to the Rathalos. Mirai Taki, what exactly is your angle here?
Oh dear, I wasn't trying to hide anything, but I suppose it was just a matter of time. Were you playing a trick on us? I see, so you weren't a scholar after all. Then, who exactly are you? No, I really am an ecological researcher. Got all my papers and everything. I did admit a few details, like the fact that Ataru is my uncle, or that I actually snuck into the mine. I also knew that you were from Rhodes Island because I'm the one who left your contact information for my uncle to find. I'm assuming he couldn't handle the Originium dust the Rathalos was spreading, so he called you guys in.
You left him our contact info. Why?
Because I wanted to shut down the mine, and there was no way I could convince the entire village by myself. Originally, I was planning to contact you myself. I figured that once you saw what was going on here, you'd do whatever it took to get the villagers away from here, right? Unfortunately, they confiscated my external communication equipment before I could. So I thought I'd come down here on my own and figure out how to destroy it myself.
What made you so sure we'd evacuate the village? It wasn't even guaranteed that we'd stop them from mining. Also, I still don't know why you want to destroy the mine.
Because if Roka Village continues to dig any deeper, this place will probably suffer a catastrophe.
A catastrophe? How soon are we talking?
Hard to say right now, since at this point, it's just an anomaly in the surrounding environment.
So the meat eye we saw earlier was you leaving your mark after your investigation.
Yep. Then I assume you've been in a situation where it felt like you were just going in circles for hours. That's an effect of the anomaly. The bad news is that said anomaly is getting even worse, and I'm pretty sure our big boy Rathalos is heading the same way, though I haven't seen it do its flamethrower thing in its lair yet. Of course, everything would be solved if you just went along with my plan.
But why would the mine here cause a catastrophe?
Because, well, you'll understand once you see it. Yato, you are bleeding.
Probably from when the Rathalos' tailspin that sent me hurtling to the ground. Some debris got on the wound, so I didn't notice until now. It entered from the inner thigh. Can't tell how deep it is until I pull the debris out. Do you have any medicine to help treat this?
Meow. Not this or this.
It's alright, artisan. Is there anything that can be used as a rope?
Yes, just wrap some grass together, like a braid.
How strong is it? That should hold. And do you have anything that can burn?
Found something, it burns.
Alright, then please make a fire. And this is for you. After the fire gets going, wipe the dagger clean and put it over the flames. Can you do that?
Yes, but you...
Captain's log number 4. This is Rhodes Island Operations Team A4. Captain Yato. In the previous battle with the Rathalos, I was separated from the operator Noir Korn. But our primary objective to track the creatures has not changed, however. Due to my current injury, the operation has been temporarily suspended. During this mission, we encountered many difficulties that far exceeded our expectations, and progress has not at all been smooth sailing. But I still believe in our ability to complete the mission, whatever the cost. I am now preparing to begin emergency field surgery on my wound, and will make an audio recording of the process for review purposes after the mission. First, I will remove the shard of debris from the wound. Arg!
Ouch. Pain and suffering. Yeah, it's kind of similar with Zerartsa when it comes to what's going on with the catastrophe thing. But it also kind of reminds me of that one place where we went on vacation and the volcano was gonna erupt. Blood! So much meowch blood!
Next, using a rope to stop the bleeding. Arg. The wound. I can see the bone, but at least none of my arteries were hit.
She can see bone!
Needs disinfection, scraping away the dirt. Disinfection complete. Next, to ensure the rest of the operation proceeds smoothly, I must make sure I remain mobile. In the absence of medicine and bandages, I have decided to use... Artisan, is it ready?
Ah yes, cauterize the wound. It's ready.
Now cauterizing the wound. End audio log. Hand me the knife.
Presses the knife to the edge of the wound.
Erg!
Yato, are you alright?
I'm fine. The wound, alright. The bleeding stopped.
Dang, Yato truly is a badass. Ugh. Pain and suffering. Youch. Ouchie, ouchie. That's pretty cute. If they met during a mission, both after the same target, and decide, nope, after this, I quit. And then they became besties. Over there, look. A smoke signal from Noir Corn. It's in the direction that the Palico pointed out, so they must have come across the Rathalos. I'm glad that they're doing well at least. The sky. It should be almost dawn by now, but it's still so dim. Black clouds. What's that noise? Forest, rumbling and shaking. That sound, it's a beast. Over there. The beasts are dashing out from the forest. There are so many of them. Have they noticed something? Help! Help us! Someone's calling for help. Let's go. Gusto! Why are there so many of them? I told you not to listen to the headman's orders to enter the forest. It's just a few outsiders. Help! Stop yelling. Why would there be anyone else in this damn forest? We better think of something before we die here. Villagers? What are they doing here? Yeah, they're pretty much besties, though if anything, Noir Corn is just best boy and then taking care of Yato for the most part. Yeah, he's like, this Yato chick, she's cool. I'ma follow her. See, the yelling worked. Come with me quickly. I'll lead you out of here. Can we head over there? I think we can avoid the beast rampage that way. We can try. We're here. Seems like the beasts aren't headed in this direction for now. Huh? It's them! The outsiders the headman wanted us to find, so they were still alive. The headman sent you after us? That combat ability. No wonder Mirai left Rose Island's contact information. She did say you weren't your average pharmacists. I mean, there aren't any average pharmacists at Rose Island. They're all pharmacists. Especially Gaviel. Oh, Gaviel. Best medic. The headman said that the cave-in might not have trapped you, so he told us to look for you in the mountains. And if we found you, to take you far, far away from the village. Why would he do that? Save it for later. The beasts are headed this way. Their numbers have increased as well. If this keeps up... Curses, this is my fault for letting Kashiwa go alone. Even though the Palico followed him, given the current situation... Can you two get to a safe place by yourselves? From here? Should be able to. Sorry, I can't continue to escort you. Stay safe, and if you manage to return to the village, please tell the residents to evacuate as soon as possible. Got it, and thank you. Artisan, we should go help Kashiwao. What about Noir Corn? Right. They should still be with the Rathalos. I should update him on the plan, but there's no time for that now. Doot doot. Doot doot. Comms, alive! It's Corn. I'm glad we caught the signal. Yato, can you hear me? I'm here. I'm seeing a smoke signal from my location. Is that you? Is that yours? Yeah, I'm with the feline scholar, and we're safe for the time being. How are things on your end? I'm doing fine. Corn, do you know what the situation is like outside? The beginnings of a catastrophe, yeah? Yes, there have been some obvious tells. Judging from the situation, there's still time to evacuate the villagers, but the wild beasts in the forest have already started rampaging. We need to update each other on the situation to coordinate our actions. Not long ago, I made the mistake of clashing with Kashiwao and letting him go off on his own. He might be in some kind of danger right now, and I think I should prioritize saving him over rendezvousing with you. I'm still not clear how he'll do with the Rathalos, but it is highly likely that he'll lose his life on his own. It was my fault, so I absolutely cannot leave him behind. I get you, but I gotta tell you something too. What is it?
Right now, we're above the Rathalos' nest, and we found out it's connected to the cave in the village. It's an Originium mine. That's the source of the dust that the Rathalos has been spreading. So that's what it was. Also, we have a really good plan to deal with the Rathalos. Oh? If we destroy the mine and bury it in the rubble, we'll be able to take care of it once and for all. It won't be able to spread any more rapidly, and the villagers can evacuate without any worries too. Can you confirm the feasibility of this plan? It was hatched by someone who's researched the mine in depth. But if we want to do it the right way, if we want to do this right away, just me and the feline scholar won't be enough. We'll need your help too. If we miss this opportunity, who knows what kind of accident might happen. In the worst case scenario, we'll probably be facing an unprecedented crisis, so we need you to make this call. Understood. Yato. What a dilemma we've gotten ourselves into. Yato, listen to me. Remember what we decided back then? We've already made our choice. Nonsense. I never said I couldn't do it. I'm not changing my decision. I'll go look for Kashiwa right away, while you do your best to keep the situation over there under control. I will save his life. And I won't let the Rathalos harm anyone else either. I'll save everyone. Alright, be careful out there. You too.
Yato's so cool, saving everyone.
Die! All of you die! Get out of my sight! You scamp! Just why did you? Don't hold me back, old-timer. You truly don't have a brain up there, do you? A group of hunters who know not the rules of the forest, much less respect them. And in provoking its wrath, sent all the beasts into a frenzy, trampling all over our crops. Well, fantastic. I suppose they'll get their just desserts. All they brought were some mining tools. There's no way they can handle that many wild beasts.
Is there that much to prepare for Chapter 11? Is there really that much?
So I have to go in there. I can't just stand back and watch them get torn apart. Aren't you also against the Originium mining project? This is perfect for us, is it not? Those fools in the forest were asking for it. Just let nature consume them, as it should. Old-timer, as a hunter of the village, I, of all people, can't sit back at a time like this. You idiotic, wretched brat! You step outside this room and I'll break both of your legs! But you never did stop me from going. Which is how I ended up like that. Yes, it was all me. I caused your death. It's all my fault. I'm a terrible father.
He's like, I should have broken my son's legs.
You should feel ashamed of your incompetence. And you must also pay for your sins. Yes, I should. Which is why I've been trying to kill all the beasts here in your stead. Especially that most wicked, enormous, insane, fire-spewing monster. But I am incapable of hunting it. These hands of mine are too old to properly wield a spear, and mine eyes so clouded I can only watch milk beasts frolic around. Then lay down and die. Die, yes, that's about the only thing I am capable of now. Kill one, and then another. And then, I will be able to see you again.
He wanted to swing his hunting spear, but his arms had no more strength, letting it fall to the ground. He had no desire to retrieve it, for it had lost all purpose. The beast spread its fangs and was about to tear its prey apart. A few links and a record is all... Oh, it's not too bad then. I was thinking, oh gosh, no, it's like studying for a test. Which, I don't mind cramming for tests, that's how I do things. But at the same time...
Ha! Deny the chance. A beast clad in scales. Now that's a sight I've not seen in. And now, the beasts mutually rend each other apart. Will I die beneath the claws and teeth of these monsters?
Yato, your majesty, I advise me to reconsider, for it will not be easy to get out of this.
What is that? Someone's voice? Just tell me how you can help me, or I'll just cut my way through. Someone's speaking. Am I just imagining things? It's not time for you to die yet, old man. What are you still doing here, girl? Saving you. You should have left this place, not come to my aid. Fuzakeru na! Didn't you say you were going to hunt the Rathalos? Yet you're so willing to die to some nameless beast? Open your eyes already. The frenzied beasts are going to rush down the mountain sooner or later, and the first thing they'll trample over will be the village. Your neighbors will be forced to scatter and flee, and innocent children will die. Are you going to just stand by and watch all that happen? Yoshitaka Kashiwao, you are a hunter of Roka village, and as its only hunter, you of all people can't sit back at a time like this. The last thing you should be doing is feeling sorry for yourself here, much less giving up your life so easily. Wield that spear in your hands, abandon those useless obsessions, and think carefully on what a hunter's duty is. To defend their home from the sharp claws of beasts, to desperately keep the flame of survival lit. True, somebody will always be forced to bear the price, hunters as well as us. But we both have chosen this path. Now get up! Akira, what was it you said back then to get me to let you go? I said that I would defeat them all. Did you succeed? I did, father. Akira, you've got a damn good spear, boy. I should hold on to it tight. Go, and never appear before me again. I will defeat them all. That's enough. Noise from you. You don't speak much, girl, but when you do, you're fiercer than a mangler. So, girl, you remind me of my son. Very motivating. I shall join you in the fight. If you have the strength to talk, then stop wasting time and cover the rear. I have no reason to take orders from a whippersnapper. Mind your own business. Your Majesty's words remind me so much of my time in Kokoto village. Before the Age of Hunters, it was a headman who first stepped up to defend the village from meowsters, earning the title of hero for his bravery. Wow, please don't pick me up by the scruff of the neck. Haliko, watch your right. Do you remember the moves I spoke of earlier, Your Majesty? Well, I've gone over them in my head a few times. You must remember, the trick to using the dual blades to their fullest potential is to abandon all defense and enter a state alike to a ferocious beast. Or as we call it, demon mode. Yo, that's so edgy. Demon mode. Demon mode, huh? I mean, seeing the old man talk to the air, I'm just thinking, yep, it's his imaginary friend. He's an old man. He's going cray-cray in his old age. As some old people do, unfortunately. Lots and lots of beasties. Where's Smithy? I can see the old man, I can see the Paliko, Yato, a bunch of beasties, but no Smithy. We move. Man, Smithy would have had fun bonking stuff. Smithy would have been like, "Aw, yeah! Time to strike!" That is how the Smithy do. Oh, Smithy. The great Smithy. Bestest boy Smithy. Smithy didn't even want to wait for the talk to end. He just wanted to bonk. I understand, Smithy. That's why Smithy's the best. Smithy's just built different. Smithy is the greatest. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is potentially bad.
Potentially. Might be fine. I mean, I do have some items I could be using, you know?
That might be smart, Soph. Items are meant to be used after all.
Okay. The area that it's facing. I don't gotta use that one yet. I can use these, though. Why not use these? Or heck, might as well play around with these. Bonk.
No harm, my boy. Do a thing.
Thank you, my boy. Oh gosh, they went poof. Yeah, that is bad.
No, no, no.
Aw, man. I thought I put her in the skill 3, but I guess not. Oh well, she's still cool no matter what. Yato do what Yato wanna do.
That is how the Yato do.
Good job, Yato. Try your best, girl. Do your best doing the thing. Sheesh.
So much fear. I mean, no fear, not fear at all.
Oh gosh. I need more healers. Feeling good. Why do they hit so hard? The heck? The heck, my dude? These burbs are dangerous. I don't like those birds. Oh, look, there's lava. It reminds me of the volcano during that vacation concert. I never thought the cave would be so close to a volcano. My tail is feeling so warm. Ouch, it's hot. It's on fire.
Now I get why you want to close a mine. We'd have done the same in your shoes. This place has definitely been an overmined. It even has an Originium processing plant, but none of the specialized equipment you usually see. This has gone way further than a tiny village can handle. Mining so carelessly without strict safeguards in place will only result in the leakage of active Originium particles, and inevitably causing catastrophes. But what I don't get is, based on what you've said, they started mining 7 years ago, and the person who led the project was your uncle, the current village headman. So, why do the tunnels stretch so deep after just 7 years? They can't possibly have dug all this themselves.
You're half correct.
Huh?
The mining tunnels weren't dug by the villagers. They were already here before. Remember what I said earlier about the beast outbreak 7 years ago?
Yeah, you said it was a real serious one, and that old Kashiwa's son Akira was also a hunter, and lost his life in it.
That was a direct consequence of the mining. Meow.
You good, Scholar?
I'm perfectly fine. What exactly did I trip on? Meow. Bones?
Yeah, that's a whole lot of bones, plus teeth and claws.
They have been dead for a long time. Yeah, it could be like a mini Ursus with the... when it comes to the mines anyways. Wait, this form... It must have been a large carnivorous creature. This is my first time seeing one here. Judging from its remains, it would have been covered in scales and have well-developed forelimbs with long and sharp claws, so it most probably was good at digging holes.
An Arma claw beast. That's their name, a type of predator that once inhabited this region. They were social creatures that would dig their nests in the mountains.
This mine was actually one of their nests, and they built majestic palaces over the years while tunneling through the surrounding Originium veins.
But we haven't seen a single one down here or in the forest.
That's because they disappeared 7 years ago.
Disappeared?
Disappeared? For real? The very last trace of their species in this area is a pile of skeletons before you.
How? How exactly did something like that happen?
Back when this Originium mine was newly discovered, Akira Kashiwa was firmly against the project. He reckoned destroying the Arma Clawbeast nest would net unpredictable consequences, and that Originium mining itself wasn't exactly safe either. On the other hand, my uncle and the other villagers believed that they desperately needed the potential profits to change their grueling way of life. So concealing it from Akira, they and the other hunters banded together to exterminate all the Arma Clawbeasts in the region in order to freely mine the Originium. Gosh darn it, old people! How dare you! They hunted all of them. But the slaughter resulted in the surviving Arma Clawbeasts rampaging through the forest, leading to the beast outbreak that year.
So many innocent lives were lost just for the sake of opening a mine.
You must have seen my uncle's attitude, yes? To him, the Rathalos is simply the manifestation of vengeance from all the beasts he slaughtered. He definitely has dreams about Akira's death on the regular too. His closest friend, his apprentice, carried out the will of a hunter to the very end, and died for his sake. And now that Akira's predictions have come true, naturally, he's terrified.
Akira died for the headman's sake? I thought he had lost his life protecting the village.
The outbreak wasn't threatening the village, but was closer to the mine. He was beset by frenzied beasts whose numbers far surpassed any regular outbreak we've seen. Oh, we're here. I wonder, do you think Uncle Headman probably has Akira as imaginary friend too? Akira just haunts all of them, as one do. Would I blame them for risking it for profit? Yeah, the way they went through it, like the way they went about it's bad. You don't just go exterminating, like, an entire species. Like, come on, you gotta care about the ecosystem. If the ecosystem goes out of whack, everything else goes out of whack. Originium rocks were clustering around the lava bubbling in the cave. The King of the Skies lifted its head. The insignificant Oni looked down. Their eyes each reflected on each other's gaze. Stare.
Chikusho, meh.
It's surrounded by a bunch of Originium rocks. Since you didn't want to deal with it right now, take care not to get too close. If we accidentally anger it, we'll be in deep trouble.
Got it, Scholar. Where you at?
The Rathalos seems to be using the Originium for its lair. This is impossible to comprehend.
It looks like it's in a lot of pain. Is it because of the Originium on it?
Most probably, and there seems to be substantially more particles compared to our previous encounter. Right now, it's more or less an oversized source of pollution, spreading Originium dust wherever it goes. My hypothesis is that the Rathalos most probably was just trying to survive, and ended up nesting here. But being deep in the mines, it's constantly exposed to Originium. When it returns to the forest to feed, the flames it spews while hunting will in turn trigger the clusters on its body, dispersing particles everywhere.
So it's a victim of Originium too.
Must you hunt it, Noircorn?
The Originium is too much of a danger to leave alone, and considering the safety of both the village and ourselves, hunting it is the best way of handling the situation.
But if we can do it just the clusters, I just need a little more time. I'll bring out my binoculars. What else could there be? Well, Those tracks are.
Scholar, come quick! You're too far out. The ground's too unstable over there.
Meow. Meow.
Haha, caught ya.
Meow. I was so afraid. No, Acorn. Why didn't you warn me earlier? Didn't you see that?
Uh-huh. The binoculars just bounced off the Rathalos' head.
Uh-oh. Sparks are coming out of its jaws.
Just run already. The mine is gonna be destroyed.
I mean, Mirai said that it's probably not infected, so I wonder if the Originium's basically like barnacles to it. Like how barnacles like attaching themselves to whales and turtle shells, that kind of thing. So maybe if they just take off the barnacles, I mean Originium, it might be better. It might be like, oh, I feel great again. Assuming it truly isn't infected. Run for it!
I'm running!
If it triggers all the Originium here, the anomalies are definitely going to spike, and then it'll be a catastrophe. Ooh. A black mist straws the sky, and the mountains and rivers burst. Wind scales the peaks, and flames rise like crimson tide. Vegetation burns to ashes, and life into coal. The village gates swing open, and the houses collapse. All life cowers, and the heavens fall. Oof. Goodbye, village.
They're dodging my slashes so easily. How foolish. You clearly lack a hunter's intuition. Their weak point is a soft patch of skin in their jaws. Step straight in so you can slit the throat. Got it. Six-fold slash.
A hit.
Have a taste of this. Kono yaro. We did it.
Be careful of the rear, Mewtwo.
Nanja Korea? Two-fold slash.
Ooh.
Humph.
You're welcome. Look, these two are bonding. Yato and the crotchety old man.
Are my hands losing their strength?
On my way to a certain village, I heard tales of an endless stream of dragons. But to personally witness a similar event,
The beast outbreak is showing no signs of abating. If we remain trapped here, we'll eventually collapse from exhaustion. We have to find a way out. If we can make our way to those tall trees over there, we can make use of the canopy's height to avoid the rampage. I have an idea. What's this? This is the powder I used to trigger the horned beast earlier, in hopes of luring out the Rathalos. But I used too much and lost control of the herd. Using it on people is unheard of, and probably suicidal, but right now, this might be our only method of drawing them away. What that means? Yes. Whoever is affected by it will be beset by the entire horde. But as long as we can make our way through, it'll be worth it. Probably. No, Artisan. You still have that rope from earlier?
yes, I made so much of it.
Good. It's long and tough enough to support the weight of multiple people. If we tie to the tree, we can use it as a makeshift grappling hook to retrieve whoever is acting as bait. Which will be me, so if you would. No. I must be the bait. I won't allow it. It's too dangerous for you to get surrounded by the horde again. If you sacrifice yourself here, wouldn't that make my efforts to save you meaningless? I don't know if I'll be able to rescue you with these old hands of mine. But I can at least make sure not to croak before you rescue me. I have faith in you, girl. Fine, let's do this. Come, you dastards, over here! Yes, just like that. Chase me like the lunatics you are. Now's my chance. Flurry, rush. Yeah! It worked. Perfectly. Deploy the grappling hook immediately. I'll go retrieve Kashiwao.
Hey, Gramps, you okay?
These beasts just charged straight at me with wild abandon. We really lured them away. I can't believe it. There's simply so many of them. That day 7 years ago was also like this. Brat, is this how you felt that night? Did you die to something like this? Was this what you saw in your final moments? Surrounded by these beasts, encircled by their jaws, drowning in their saliva. You must have been slaying them one after another with his spear, just like this. But no matter how many you killed, there were always more of these damnable beasts, wave after relentless wave. Begone! Kuso! They saw you as a mere slab of meat, to be divided between themselves, no longer among the living. And knowing you, brat, you probably just kept your mouth shut rather than calling for help. Simply brandishing this lance till your strength failed you, till you could not wield it no longer. Collapsing on some rocks, slowly falling to your knees, yet the beasts never ceased their advance. Ah, so that's how it was. Kashiwao, grab my hand. What are you blacking out for? Quickly! Got you. Paliko, pull the rope.
Rescue complete.
Finally.
Not yet, Your Majesty. The branches over here are broken. Many more beasts rush over as we speak.
Kikusho, is there anything else we can do?
I spoke too soon about the rescue. Your Majesty, look. The beasts are scattering all of a sudden. Merle, a noise in the sky. The Rathalos soars through the sky, and that...
Nante kota. A catastrophe.
The gale carelessly bound both land and sky together with flame, like an ignorant life devouring everything in its path. Trees are but weeds within the tornado of fire, and mountains crumble to rubble. The most fearless of warriors were powerless to stand against it. And the most devout prayers echoed to no avail. It had arrived, the land's retribution.
Jump down. Brace for impact. Is everyone alright? I'm fine.
I'm perfectly fine as well.
The sky's alight. Pillars of crimson flame. Kuto! What a truly terrifying sight! I've read about a similar case on a landship before. A hurricane unleashed by a catastrophe encircled a mountain on fire, becoming a ferocious firestorm. As it moves, the vortex pulls from its surroundings, and with everything combustible in this forest, I can't imagine the consequences. Why? Why did the catastrophe strike so soon? The center of the firestorm. It's near the mine. The mine? Taste my blade. Hey. So this is where you guys were, Sea Scholar. Like I said. That's enough yapping, Nora Korn. I expect a full report soon. Aight.
Old Kashiwao? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing, Mirai. You can hardly call this fortunate, but at least he managed to escape that horde thanks to the catastrophe. I don't know what the situation in the village is right now, but the core of the catastrophe is still quite ways away, and moving fairly slowly. However, that's not the case with the beast outbreak. Any ideas on how to return the village as soon as possible? Any ideas on how to return to the village as soon as possible?
I wonder if the horde is like the monster domino inside of the great estate developer, you know? We need Lloyd! If that's still nearby, maybe we can use it to descend the mountains quickly.
It has not been used for a long time. I can't be sure if it still works. So, planning on letting the rest of us in on this?
There's a rail car. We use it a lot when the mines are just opening. And it made things real convenient, but after the cave was repaired, we more or less abandoned it. Don't worry, it should still work fine. It was the very first thing I designed after all.
Weren't you an ecologist? I'm not sure if I should trust your skills as a rail car engineer. Kashiwao, our next battle won't be any easier, so I hope you're prepared. I don't suppose you let this old man loaf about for once? Please, by all means, I fully intend to respect your opinion. Oh? I'm aware that I tend to ignore the ideas of those around me and insist on doing things my way, and that this is a behavior I should correct. The mistakes I've made were precisely because of that, and I should also apologize for what I said earlier. I'm sorry for my unproductive words. Without knowing anything about your background, I did not intend to hurt you. So will you accept my apology?
Aw, look, character growth.
Fine, if it pleases you.
That's adorable. I'd want to avoid all of those. Honestly, they all sound terrible. But if I had to face one, I'd want to avoid all, but if I had to experience one of those, I kind of want to experience the sandstorm driving for Rhodes Island. Specifically the Rhodes Island one, not the one that we did inside of the event, but the one where we drove through the sandstorm. That one was cool. It's like, wee! Crazy driving!
Good. Then that's settled. Girl, earlier you said you understood me. What did you mean by that?
It's a bit of a long story.
If it's a bother, just pretend I didn't ask.
No, I don't mind. You see, before joining Rhodes Island, I was an assassin.
Nani?
A literal killer, acting on orders to take the lives of my people, day and night. Until one day, I looked at my blood-stained hands and felt nothing but fear in my heart. The next day, I was tasked to dispose of a mother and a daughter, but chose to protect them instead. Because I didn't want to be a killer anymore. That was also the day I met Noir Corn, who listened to my story and chose the same path. Oh there, she exposed her backstory. That's where she's mentioning the assassin thing. So she revealed it in the end. But I made a mistake. It wasn't just a matter of refusing to kill. The pair I saved were so frightened of me that I could only leave them in a safe place. And while in that moment, I felt only the weightless relief of not taking a life, I had forgotten something important. That the only end awaiting them was to be killed by someone else.
Do you regret it?
Yes, for a long time after that, I often dreamt of them. They would ask me why I had left them to die. I didn't want to hurt innocents anymore, but I still ended up indirectly cutting their lives short. I used to wonder if I was even capable of protecting anyone at all. Luckily, I had help. Thanks to him, I made my decision.
You meant the boy over there? You mean the boy over there?
Yes.
Heh.
He scolded me, a rare occurrence, and said, "The past is in the past. All your remorse, all the sins you carry, make up for them with your future."
I took him for just an oddball, but I suppose he's got a proper head on after all.
What he said seemed right to me, and since then, I haven't given it much thought. We decided to make it our mission to protect others, and he dragged me along to join Rhodes Island. And because of our similar objectives, we were still working together, even now.
This must be some company to hiring on people like you. So protecting others is your way of atoning for your past?
You might say it started like that, but I've had a few additional insights along the way. I've seen too much life and death. There are many reasons people might surrender their lives, and some even seek death out of ignorance. You could say I stubbornly impose my will on others, but only because of my duty to protect your lives.
Life in this land is not meant to end so easily, but to be lived and experienced all its possibilities. So I will continue my efforts. I don't want to regret anything or to see people forced to gaze only at ruins, so I refuse to leave you alone. Yato, Koshiwao! We found the rail car and it's still working. Hey, what are you both looking at me like that for? Is there something on my mask? It's nothing. We'll be right over. Anyway, I look forward to cooperating with you in the upcoming battle, Koshiwao. Holds out hand. No. I've told you this so many times already. That's my quarry. You need only watch from the sidelines and applaud my brilliance. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. The path you've chosen is not an easy one. All I can do is wish you the best. Likewise.
The one time Noir Corners appreciates when he's not around. He's not around to hear the compliments. Oh, my boy. Everyone loves you, but they just won't show it. I mean, I showed my appreciation for Noir Corn. I raised his skills. I promoted him. I gave him lots of experience tickets. Heck, most of my people don't even have that many experience tickets. Treachery begets consequences. I would give him good food. I would feed him well. And let me just change it to 3 over here so it's saved. Okay, should be good. I shall believe.
Hurry it up, everyone! But you should run too, Rito. Money isn't as important as your life. Shut up! I'll delay the old man. What are you standing around for? Can I take it you've given up on treating your sister? But, alright. Who's so...
Stopping. Mom, where are you? Where are you? Mom, don't leave me here.
Flurry, rush! In the nick of time! Is the child okay? Let me see. All 4 limbs attached, no external wounds. Does it hurt anywhere?
Ouch, your armor's spiky.
Oops, sorry.
My child! Mom! Thank you. Thank you so much for saving my child.
Stay away from the forest. There are wild beasts in the area, and they're increasing in numbers. It's not safe here. Yato, I don't think they came out here because they wanted to. No! There's netting between the village and the forest. I had reinforced it myself not long ago. How could there be beasts here? I need to go take a look. Calm down. Has the evacuation started?
No, there's no evacuation. The mine exploded. The sky started burning. There's nothing left. Everyone's running. We all panicked when we heard that beasts were coming, but we don't know where to go. Why is it so chaotic? What happened? I tried to pull Naoki away from the crowd, but then a bunch of them ran straight at us. Naoki was gone by the time I caught my breath.
Someone intentionally damaged the netting, letting in the beasts. Anoyaro. Where's Taki?
The headman is...
Here they come again, Korn. I'll hold them off with my shield. Arg, whatever. A sword's fine.
Sorry, Korn. You don't got no shield right now. You are the shield.
Koshiwao, please take these two to a safe place and see if you can help out in the village. Korn and I will stop the beasts. I don't need you to tell me that. Let's go, Mirai. Mirai? I think she already went in.
She's like, I ain't waiting for you guys to start talking. I'll go get my uncle.
How could it have come so quickly? Wasn't it supposed to take more time for the catastrophe to form? Noshige, Inoue, get everyone together and take them to the shelter I told you about. It's safer there. We'll evacuate as a group once we have everybody. Good thing we prepared for this day. What you said came true again. It's burning. The mountains are covered in smoke, and the sky's on fire. The mine's gone.
I would take pictures of the fire tornadoes, I ain't gonna lie. Heck, the times where I've been in fires or near fires, I've been taking, like... I took videos. I took snapshots. One of my first thoughts was if I'm gonna go up in flames, literally, I gotta at least take some, like, final epic pictures. I know it sounds terrible, but at the same time, it's what I did. That is how I react in times of danger.
What are you doing? Grab your things and get out of here. My livelihood, my life, it's all gone. Headman, will we have to go back to our old life now that the mine's all burned up? Now's not the time for that. Gone. Everything's gone. Why are you panicking like that? The catastrophe isn't even here yet. Beasts! The beasts are coming! Beasts! And so close! What happened to the protective netting? Rito, get over here. What's going on over there? Headman, the netting on the west side is broken. The beasts are in the village. What do we do? What in the blazes is going on here? Everybody, calm down. Take the bare minimum of what you need, gather at the shelter in the northeast, and wait for the evacuation. The beasts can't get in there. Headman, why is there a shelter in the village? What? Did you already know that this was going to happen? This happened because you closed the mine, didn't it? Headman? Headman! What are you on about, Rito? You know that isn't true. This is no time to be fooling around. Lives are at stake here. Don't just stand there, folks. Head to the shelter. No, this is important. Everything we've worked for is gone. We need justice. Why did the mine have to be closed? Why did this disaster happen right afterward? Yeah, you closed it for 5 days out of the blue for a maintenance check, and now the mine's gone, and the whole mountain is burning. Did you close the mine and keep the truth hidden from the others because of that monster that showed up down there? Is that the cause of this disaster? We could have worked together to deal with it. It was your idea to keep it a secret to prevent the panic. And don't think I don't know about your little side business. I know how much you pocketed ever since your family started handling the transactions. If you have the slightest bit of conscience left, stop delaying the evacuation. Then how do you explain the shelter? You must have planned this in advance. You're the one who wants to hoard the wealth of the mine all to yourself.
Rito, you're being sus again. Get everyone to the shelter already, Rito.
You even blew up the cave. You killed those 2 doctors who came to investigate the Euripathy. Headman? What did you do, Headman? Not you too, Rito. Yes, I'll admit I wanted to close the mine for a long time. I knew that overexploitation of the mine was bound to bring disaster. The shelter was built in preparation for this day. Why? Because we're over-reliant on Originium mining. Originium particles have already entered the environment. The danger has been slowly building for a while now. It was only a matter of time before catastrophe struck, and we had to abandon the mine. But I couldn't get everyone to give up on it before. We all benefited too much from the Originium trade. That day simply came a little sooner than expected, that's all. And yes, I closed the mine because of that unknown creature. You all know that I used to be a hunter. I judged that it wasn't something we could easily handle, and we couldn't afford to fight it in the tunnels. Ishidori and the others have already been infected with Euripathy. People would have died if we continue to dig. The responsibility for all your lives falls on my shoulders. Which is the same reason I'm telling you to evacuate now. Mine or not, the most important thing is that we're alive. But then, things would go back to how they used to be. Cold nights, howling in the forest, blood, cold, hunger, fear. No! I don't want to go back to that!
Well, sad villager, you can stay here if you want to. The others should go. Like, come on. Start evacuating. Fires are bad.
So what if we're alive? Where's the hope? I'd rather die than go back to living like that. What are you saying? Get a hold of yourself. He's right. We won't go back. It was you who got us started on mining Originium in the first place. It's all your fault. You ruined everything. You ruined the village, ruined all our lives. This man must be made to pay. We all agree, don't we?
Rito, what are you doing? Bunk. Enough of this. There's a catastrophe right on your doorstep. Haven't we already paid enough of the price? Are we going to lose even more lives just for this meaningless venting?
Mirai, why are you back? Oh look, another troublemaker. The apple doesn't fall. Yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
The frightened beasts are heading down the mountain. The netting's been sabotaged, and someone's trying to stir up chaos. All to force us to wait for death and despair, and abandon the hope we could have had.
Oh.
And we still can have. Away from the Originium mines without having to rely on hunting either. That's why I came back from the city.
Liar. You were the one who wanted to close the mine and ruin our lives.
Yes, because Originium is dangerous and hard to control. I even considered blowing up the mine. But I also understand that we owe our livelihood to it. Do you remember back when we were trying to climb out of poverty? Were we in despair then? Was it really the Originium that got us to where we are today? We seized our chance to escape poverty because we had the determination to look for a way, and the courage to expose ourselves to Originium.
Yeah.
Since ancient times, hunters have made a living by fighting beasts. Back when there was no Originium, many of them died, but we survived as a people. Courage and hope come hand in hand, and we have never abandoned our courage. So hope will always appear by our side.
Don't listen to her. She was the one who wanted to close the mine, and now she's destroyed the mine. She practically admitted it. But Mirai only tried to convince us to close it because overexploitation would cause a catastrophe. And now that really happened. We were wrong to doubt her.
You're familiar with the plant in this flask, aren't you? Among the goods that we trade with the outside, the Suzuka herb is second only to Originium in terms of trade volume. It only grows in certain areas and in small numbers. We've had to risk life and limb to harvest it. But I came back to study the possibility of cultivating it and planting it outside of its native habitat. This one I'm holding right here is my greatest breakthrough. It can survive outside of these mountains. It's the first brick that will lay the foundation of our future as a village. Yeah, I'd rather be a farmer than a miner. Like, choosing between those two, farming seems better. But first, we need to survive.
Survive?
No longer angry villager.
Yeah, what were we thinking? We fought so hard to get to this point. We can't just die here. No. We'll all lose our income without the mine.
Get out of the way, Rito!
Ah! Who? Ah!
Open your mouth again, and I'm sticking your head in the mud. This entire conversation is a waste of time. This man damaged the netting, tried to lure in beasts who caused chaos, then distracted everyone from what was going on. While on the other side of the village, he had some people moving his assets out, something he clearly planned ahead of time. I've already taken care of them. You will now head to the shelter in an orderly line and await evacuation. Reinforcements from Rhodes Island will be arriving soon. Now, you can walk there yourselves, or I can knock you out and have someone else carrying you. Choose. Thank you.
There's a beast outbreak, and they're approaching the village. That's the biggest threat we're facing right now.
We'll handle the beasts. I can't guarantee we'll get rid of all of them. But we'll do what we can to ensure your safety.
No, please stay here and protect the evacuating villagers. You're the only ones who can. And take care of Mirai for me. Headman, where are you going? I'm the headman of Roka Village, and the leader of its hunters. The beasts have emerged from their forests, so I'll fight them to my last breath, and even if I'm on my own. Honey, take Tsuyumaru to the shelter. I think I left my machete in the backyard.
Yes, it's there. Come back safely. That's the part of the wife is. She's like, yes, honey, your blade's over there. Good luck, honey. Come back safely. I'll take care of our boy, no worries.
The headman's always treated our family well. It's high time we repaid him. Yes, we're with them, whether it's in the mines or in the forests. We've always been hunters. Take up your spears. We'll protect our own village and our own families. Headman, wait for us. I'm going too.
Mom, Dad didn't say there were no Didn't Dad say there were no hunters anymore? No, Sumiko. The hunters have always been here, ready to step forward whenever danger approaches.
Humph. And now they're putting on a show. There are no hunters. I'm the only one.
Sorry, Kashiwao. You're no longer the only one. Now you're one of many. Freaking Rito, though. Rito! You sussy man. Stop being sus, Rito. Stinky Rito. Don't be sus, my dude. That is so bad of him. Rito deserves to be bonked. You dummy. You sussy baka. Fires are extremely dangerous. Like, they are super duper duper bad. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there's a pig running around.
No! Oops.
My bad. I did not put her down in time. It's fine, I can redo it later. Yeah, oh well. That be my bad. But this is fine for now. Oh no, she went poof. I need a healer. Healer good. I should probably put a healer too. Just in case. I don't trust. Oh whoops, sorry Noir. You gonna suffer, boy. Maybe he won't. He's doing fine for himself. What a swell fella he is.
Yeah. Gah. Huh. Huh. Get down, old man. Die. What? Not you, the beast. Well, get down. I'm setting off my Originium arts.
Oh?
Grab my hand. Are you okay? I'm fine. What was that? Those beasts went down in the blink of an eye. Originium arts using the arts unit. My own special trick. Shh. Parlor tricks. The traps will slow the rest. Leave them to Sumoto's group. We can head over to the other side, where the defenses are thinner. Take it easy, old man. Cut the crap. What's with that look on your face? No, just thinking back to the days when us hunters fought side by side. It's been 7 years, and this is the first time you haven't told me to get lost, or called me a traitor. I didn't think you would really take up Akira's hunting spear. You can say it. I know you were Akira's mentor. You didn't think I would go kill those beasts? You weren't a hunter at the time, and you objected to Akira becoming one. His sacrifice changed you. I'm glad you noticed. Old man, there's something perhaps you've misunderstood all this time, and I wasn't sure how to tell you. I didn't abandon him to die. Lure Powder. You knew? I'm his father. That idiot sacrificed himself to protect your mine. I still remember the look on his face that day, his eyes, his every move. The cries of the beast were everywhere. He opened his mouth to say something, but it was all drowned out by the noise. I remember his pale lips. Oh. Could he have been saying... Akira! Uso! Where did all these beasts come from? What did you do? Don't tell me you. Stay away, master. Don't follow me no matter what. Come back. We'll stop them here. No, master. You should know better than anyone. We can't stop an outbreak like this. Many people will be hurt, even killed. The Originium mine would be destroyed. Everything you've worked for would be lost. I can't let that happen. Weren't you against the mine? Just let it burn. Come back. Your life matters more. The beasts are gathering. Time is short, Master. Yes, I was against the mine. Originium is an unknown and dangerous. It will bring disaster we can't even predict. I also can't forgive the taking of innocent lives. This was the inevitable result of you failing to respect nature and letting greed take over. But I also remember the day that we went into the city together and saw the high-rise buildings. The bright lights and shining signs, all made possible by Originium. Originium is valuable. It will lift the village out of poverty, become the pillar of our livelihood. We've come this far. Don't let this opportunity go to waste. Akira! Wasn't it you who taught me that the hunter must fight for the survival of his clan? Out of the way, you damn beasts! This beast outbreak is the wrath of nature. But I'm also fighting for survival. We stare at each other in the eyes as equals. Promise me one last thing, Master. Oh. Lead the others. Survive. Come back, Akira! And please, pass this on to my father, the stubborn old-timer. He said, I'm sorry, father. Humph, I've had enough of your tall tale. He never called me father. That brat.
Akira's a good boy. I do like how the headman, Taki, he was willing to abandon the mine for Akira. It's like, Akira, you're worth more than the mine to me. Come back, boy. You're like a son to me.
Arg! But
Only the old man's back is visible. But he could hear the sound of water dripping. Tears that had been forced back for too long, finally overflowing.
I miss him. Up above. That monster, it's coming. The beasts are coming again. Chikusho. How could there be so many? We don't have enough hands. You stay here. Set up those traps and stop the beasts. That one is mine. I'm a hunter. That's my quarry.
And now we're back at the village. I hope everyone escaped.
Yato, here comes the Rathalos.
I knew it. After our previous encounters, it now sees all humans as a threat.
It landed near the Kashiwa house, and it's getting closer. The reinforcements are still pretty far off. Not all the villagers have made it to the shelter either. This is the worst possible timing. You oversee the evacuation, I'll... Over there, Yato, beasts. I see 5 of them. The stampede is coming. The hunters' defenses can't stop all of them. We must protect the evacuating villagers. What do we do then? Just sit here and wait for the Rathalos? They'll only make things worse. I'm thinking, we need a way to stop the Rathalos for a while, at least until all the villagers are safe. Kashiwao? But we don't even know where he is, and he's just one man. I see him, near the hut. He's close to the Rathalos. Yato, maybe we should. We'll have time to complete the evacuation if he can delay it. You mean, we're not helping him? We just have to trust him.
She believes in the old man. Opens a can of oil.
You think so too, eh? Today's a good day. The heavens burn red. So many things have happened lately. A little girl came back, all grown up, stirring up all kinds of trouble. A fire-breathing monster appeared out of nowhere, and 2 outsiders went in trouble near the forest. Then beasts came rushing up, their mine blew up, a catastrophe struck, and they couldn't even run away properly. And the funniest part, people keep coming to dig up my past in the mud and rub my face in it. They all say it's for my sake, but each shard of it they dig up cuts me open, piece by piece. Noir Corn had the right idea. The truth isn't important. Let the past stay in the past. Let the dead stay dead. Burn it all, leave nothing behind.
He hears a sobbing of flames, swallowing up the fragments of his past. The ashes of time drift before his eyes, burning away the gaze of regret. burn.
This fire is so beautiful. You'd have done the same, wouldn't you, Akira? I'll take the next step. Hey, over here! Even the corners of your jaws are singed. Your scales are full of scars. You big, ugly... What's that? Sparks from your mouth. Are you angry? Don't look away. Your enemy's right here. Look at me. Yes, that's right. Be angry. Be angrier. Come on. Face me, monster.
Oh, time to see Kashiwa versus Rathalos. Who will win? Yato says to believe in the old man, so I will place my bet on the old man. Because she says so. I shall believe in him. And I'll bring along someone else too, just in case. I mean, no fear, but still, just in case, you know? It's always good to be prepared. Hoo hoo hoo. Yeah. Yeah. And then some water. Oof. He kneeled on the ground, right hand still clutching the spear planted in the dirt. His body was gravely injured, but he felt no pain, perhaps because it was pulsing from all directions, and his aging nerves were too dull to feel it. Or perhaps his skin was too scorched, to the point it could not comprehend the pain. The searing temperatures evaporating any kind of liquid or vapor, his blood instantly hardening to black scabs on his body. His throat felt as if it was on fire, with a strangely sweet scent emanating from it, and he suddenly felt a convulsion from his abdomen as something surged up.
Ugh! Black! Bah! So! This is so disgusting!
A huge roar rumbled in his eardrums, and his consciousness managed to peel away from the muddy chaos. He raised his head, staring at the enormous behemoth rearing up before him. He stared into its eyes.
Oh, it's you! Yes, I remember now.
Images from mere minutes ago flashed through his mind, and he seized the fleeting opportunity in between the flames to hurl his spear towards the Rathalos' head. He hit his target, but at the cost of failing to dodge the beast's retaliatory charge.
Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Blood! Ha ha! Do you feel it? The pain? That was me. I made you bleed. How does it feel to be wounded? I've known all along. Those scales in your skull aren't so tough after all. I can spot your vulnerability at a glance. You are not invincible. You can bleed, and you will fall. Wait, hey! You, where are you going?
He actually managed to make Rathalos bleed. Yo, if Kashiwa was in his prime, he would be horrifyingly epic. Him in his prime with the proper equipment would just demolish anything, really.
I just wounded you. You can't run away now. I can still fight. We haven't battled it out yet.
He leaned on his hunting spear, trying to prop up his body, but his knee would only stay at an angle. The spear's shaft was sunk deep in the ground, and his shadow trembled violently. I mean, of course he could stall Rathalos. I feel like he should be able to destroy Rathalos too, I mean, if he wasn't so injured.
You can't leave here. I won't let you go. I managed to make you bleed this time. So next, I will plunge my spear into your heart.
He raised his spear up high, and perhaps because he thought it was his final chance, his crooked body exploded with unimaginable strength. He burst into a run and once again charged at the life he could only look up to.
Ah! I'm not dead yet. Chikusho, one more time.
His right hand was still holding the spear in a death grip, nails digging into his palm. He hit his thighs in desperation, but the muscles merely trembled unresponsively. This time, he had truly exhausted any last trace of strength in his body. The spear slipped from his hand.
Get up, stand up!
Damn it!
Get up!
Oh no, it's the kid! His eyes widened. He saw it. A young child raising his bow and arrow, facing the Rathalos. His thin arms trembled, but his gaze never wavered. Monster! Don't get any closer to Mr. Kashiwao! I am Kazuya. I am also a hunter of this village. I won't let you destroy it. We will stop you here. Get out of here, Kazuya! Freaking kid!
Corn!
I'd want to see what Smithy would make me, but I would ask for something simple.
Epic brass knuckles. I'm here. I got him. The kid should be fine. Scholar, go take the kid and Kashiwa somewhere safe.
Mew got it. Mew got the cart here. The Rathalos is injured by this hunter in the Tehran spear. This hunter, his body is so light. Where'd he get all the strength from? Mister...
You're really a brave one, and I'd even call you a proper hunter. But how about we let the adults handle it today?
The flames blazed brilliantly. At that very moment, another bruised body stood before the Rathalos. She bent down and stretched out an arm, picking up the spear from the ground, and then drove it firmly into the ground. He straightened her back.
Thank you for your time, Kashiwao.
By the way, is Kashiwao poisoned? And if he is poisoned, he is taking the poison pretty well compared to Yato, who broke out in a fever.
Now please, take a good rest on the sidelines. As for what comes next, leave it to us.
Hey, it's the battle crew. Let's see how it looks.
I'm ready.
Okay, so it's Yato, Noir, Corn, and Palico. But oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say, but what about Smithy? Smithy would have so much fun bonking, but Smithy's helping take care of Kashiwa and the boy, Kazuya. And once that's over, Smithy will come running over, and he will get the final blow and bonk Rathalos. Battle. Come out. I don't expect a 3-star it. But as long as I can do it, I want to see the end. Then I can retry later. I don't expect a 3-star first thing. I'm not edgy enough to say that I'll probably do it first thing.
I know my limits to an extent. To an extent only.
Alrighty, let me put here. Over here. Over here. I can put her anywhere? That is a surprise, actually. Wow. Amazing. The temptation is real. Aw, man. I'll just put her here for now. Kind of bad though if I can put her down, so... Oh no, the sheepies! Stop it, sheepies! Can you just, like, not? Silly sheep. Oh, these sheep are gonna drive me crazy. Sheepies? No. Stop. That is very bad of you to do that. Sheepies? Let's just bonk from here. Uh-oh, I might have to put on another healer. You know, second healer sounds good. The more healers, the merrier. Just in case. You know, healing is good. Healing keeps you healthy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought healers keep you healthy? Oh my. Man, though, no fear. Haha. No fear at all. No fear, no fear. Stop it. Rathalos, can you just like not do that? Yo, can you just like not do that? Seriously? Rathalos? Stop. Stop being cringe, Rathalos. Stop being cringe, my dude. Why? Goodbye, world. Man, I thought I could do without using those things. I guess I really have to use those, which makes me sad. I just want to see what these items do for the most part at this point. Everyone's gonna get through, so it's fine. I gotta redo it. Boo! Oh, sadness. But no, it's fine. It be fine. I just need healers for days. Healers for days, and I gotta use items. I actually have to use them. It is what it is. Okay. He did great. Then I move away, then I put someone else in. Just put him here. Okay. Okay, let me just get rid of that. I can spawn camp him. Right here. Mudrock will do a thing. She's great. She's the bestest. Hey, Hyato's a beast too, and I can just prepare for now. You know, preparations are good. Let's just place a bunch of bees everywhere. Let me get that ready. Shoot. My bad. I missed the opportunity with that one. Yeah, that's my bad. Oopsies. Just a few more seconds. And... there. There, the boy has gotten down. Let's just have... Monster do a thing here. Okay, I'll get Mudrock out. And let's have people that can hit really hard, too. Do a thing, my boy. Good job, my dude. And let's just have everyone bonk. Bonk for our lives. More flash bomb. Did it work? No, it did not work. Sadness. Pain and suffering. I'm so sorry, my boy. I thought I would have gotten him. But it didn't. That's pretty annoying, actually. Okay, now it should work. Oh, it has a range. Whoopsies, my bad. Somehow I did not notice that range. That's going to haunt me. Okay. And if I gotta redo it again, it's fine too. Yeah, it'd be fine. I just gotta prepare the team again. How it was before, kind of ish, more or less. Monster, 8, 9, 10. Yep, monster will be down here for now. Oh man, yeah. Boo! I could let him pass. I just gotta make sure to get him with the flash bomb. I hate how there's like that one specific little range. That's the one bothersome part. But otherwise, it isn't too bad. Let's see. I want to bring along Saria. Saria seems good here. I believe in Saria. Yeah. Okay. Redo. Okay, the redo should be fine. Good job, Yato. Over here. Okay, over here. Okay. Gotta make sure I have enough energy to put someone down. Right over here. For that spawn camp. And then over here for her to just get rid of some sheebies for me. Good job, my girl. Milady. Aw, man, the sheep got through. Oh well. I just gotta destroy Rathalos this time. Like, if I can bonk him this time, everything's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Yeah. And then I got my flash bomb ready. Where even is he standing though? I can't tell. Is he like right there? Oh, he's gonna be right there. There, got him. Kinda see. Okay, yeah, that'd be fine. Okay. Let me just bring that up again. Still fine. Okay, make sure to get him there. And bang. And then more bonking over here. Bonking there. Very good bonking. I should bring up best girl Susie. Yeah, this be fine so far. Just in case, put her a little bit further. I'm going to have to use another flash bomb and wait for it to get a little bit closer before bam. Over here, let me put this down. Good job, monster. Do a thing, monster. You're the greatest, monster. Now just keep on bonking. Mudrock's there just being cute, as one do in your Mudrock. Come on, flash bomb, and there. It worked. Very good. Just keep on bonking. More bonking, good. Go get him. Oh no, it's pain and suffering time. We need another healer just in case. Stop flying, my dude. Can you just like stop? Can I put him? Yeah, right there. Very good. There be hope in the world. Very much hope in the world. Okay, the flying's done. Or the flying just started, actually. Noir, my boy. Oopsies, I accidentally did that for her. Oh well. No regrets. Quickly, just keep bonking. Wait, just a little bit more. Okay. Got him. Yay! Everything should be fine now. And at this point, if I lose... Boo! No, I feel like there's no chance of me losing now. Yeah, at this point it's fine. These guys don't scare me. Okay, maybe a little bit, but they don't scare me by a lot. They're just only a tiny bit terrifying. And there's only one left. Go get him, Noir. Phew. Roar! Smithy, quick! Make haste and record what I'm about to say. This could be, perhaps, the only record of a Rathalos hunt in Terra. Meow. This is the first Terra Research Commission, and I'm its leader, the feline scholar. Meow. What's wrong, Smithy? Isn't it natural that I be the leader? Unsatisfied? Meow. Then you can be chief artisan. Anyway, enough of that. We stand on the front of the hunt, behind a rock on the front lines. The ultimate showdown is happening right before our eyes. On one side we have the king of the skies, on the other we have the local fledgling Terran hunters, accompanied by a self-proclaimed battle-hardened feline, the Palico. Though it seems like the Rathalos will win, the current situation is intense beyond imagination. Both sides enter the white-hot stage of flames. Are you writing this all down, Smithy? Meow. And now we see the Palico has dodged the Rathalos' attack. Splendid. Its attention has been drawn away. Seizing the opportunity, Noir Corn rushes towards the Rathalos' tail and raises his longsword, and then... He's sent flying! Pathetic! I like how Artisan is just... I mean... Yeah, they're just treating this like a show. They're having fun. Noir Corn seems to be fumbling his moves, so let's see how the other is faring. Yatta waits for the Rathalos to attack him, and strikes it from the side. She cleverly dodges its attack, manages to reach its underside, and aims for her target, the Rathalos' right wing. This is like a mix between a nature documentary and a wrestling match commentary. However, it suddenly takes to the air and breathes a huge jet of flame. Her attack has been neutralized. What a pity. Meow. Now Noir Corn is once again attacking the Rathalos. This time, he does not miss, and the longsword ruthlessly cuts into the Rathalos' tail. However, he seems not to have controlled his strength and was blown away by the Rathalos' tailspin. Noir Corn is just suffering here. My boy, you're being bullied. That's twice already. But he stands. The soul of a fighter burns brightly, and he goes in for another round.
Corn. I'm fine. My chest just feels like a little tight. Stop looking at me. I'm really fine.
Even as the Rathalos' health dwindles, it becomes ever more difficult to approach it. The Originium dust surrounding it has increased in density, exponentially increasing the power of its flames, and its attack patterns are becoming hard to predict.
Its acuity has also increased, along with its aggressiveness. And it's no longer easily distracted, making it impossible to sneak attacks in. Kisama, we're back to square one. It is difficult to close the distance.
Meow, the Rathalos isn't facing us anymore.
The direction is...
It turned towards a temporary shelter, but the villagers are still waiting to be evacuated.
Energy into the blade. Energy as blade. Noir Corn, don't get distracted. We have to figure out a way to stop its advance. Your longsword, even though it's not easy to control the direction of your swings, I should be able to use it as a springboard to approach the Rathalos just like before. This time, I'll aim for its weak spot and stop it in its tracks.
But with the Rathalos enraged, your Majesty will be completely exposed to its attacks, and will most likely have to tackle it head-on.
There's no time. Just go with my plan, Corn. Yato. What? Hurry. Listen. It took a heavy blow to its skull, and although it looks like it's already recovered from that, its jaw is moving differently now. We should wait for just the right moment to aim for its head and deal a knockout blow.
My guess is it's drooling like how the other enemies are. They always drool when I defeat them inside of that one Monster Hunter game.
But given the current situation, our odds of getting a good angle are nearly zero. If we can manage to knock it down though, that would be a good enough chance, right? It would, but... Corn, what are you doing? I'm going to create that chance. Polygo, I'll use that move you told me about, even though it's real difficult. Believe in me. Only I can do it. I believe in you too, Yato. Then only you can seize this chance. I will. Good. Control the blade, and aim for the enemy with your energy to unleash an even stronger power. Energy is blade, and aim for the enemy. What was it? That one move. The one that Polyco taught me. Similar to the one that I was trained in. The most convenient move to chop things with.
Your Majesty, while the Rathalos is injured, use the Spirit Slash I mentioned. Spirit Slash! Did it work?
Alright, I got it. Next, hold the blade near the waist during the attack.
Good thing he's a fast learner, or fast enough learner.
And then, unsheath.
Polyco's the best trainer. He didn't even need a training montage. We completely skipped it. EI Spirit Slash.
It hit!
Your Majesty, the time has come.
I remember now. The longsword's strongest move. I can feel the call of that power. Its name is... Yarg!
What a great name. Oh, never mind. The name is
Spirit Helm Breaker. Ha!
I thought the name was Yarg. I mean, that can be its nickname.
My name is Spirit Helm Breaker, but you can call me Yarg!
Noir Corn leapt onto the Rathalos, using his momentum to launch himself into the air. As if pulled by an invisible wire, his body was hurled high up into the sky. His energy accumulates, condensing into the smallest speck at the highest point. And then, it bursts. With a speed meant for thousands of kilometers, he slashes downward at the Rathalos' body. What a badass.
So much ash. I can't make anything out. Corn, are you alright? I'm good, but my body kinda doesn't want to move.
He pulled out the Spirit Helm Breaker in such a short time. How amusing! But the Rathalos is too perceptive and immediate counterattack. Make way for Meow, Smithy. It's our turn to pull out the cart again. Here we go. Quickly, throw Noir Corn on top. Smithy, what are you doing? That's not Noir Corn. That is Meow. The Rathalos' tail. He chopped it off. It's fallen. This is your best chance. Oh wow, he managed to sever apart.
No time for hesitation. I'm moving in.
Ah, quick. Bring Noir Corn away. Don't interfere with my note-taking.
I'm leaving the rest to you, Yato. The wound, where is it? Somewhere in its lower jaw. Curses, there's so much dust swirling around. Visibility is so poor. Found it. There. I'll finish you off here.
Your Majesty, please stop.
Damn it. I lost the perfect chance.
To actually recover so quickly, even with its tail cut off, this Rathalos is truly incredible. It's about to take flight. The direction. It seems it's still heading toward the temporary shelter.
Is there no way to knock it down? There must be, right, Polyco?
Your Majesty, the only thing that could work now would be a flash bomb, but mine broke before I came here. With our current resources, we have no way of fighting it if it doesn't come down to attack us.
Then are we going to just stand and watch it destroy everything? Waste all of our efforts? No, it can't end like this.
The most important lesson from the hunters who fought these monsters throughout the ages with their own flesh and blood is that we must drag them into our hunting grounds to be able to compete with these creatures beyond imagination. The Rathalos is the king of the skies, so the sky is its territory. There might be no way to stop one like this. Hey, Smithy, don't go over there, it's dangerous. But Smithy loves danger. One tool that works just like a flash bomb, right here from you.
What are you saying?
You managed to craft one? It's because of this. I found some local Originium slugs in a stinky fowl's nest earlier that can emit a pretty strong light. Everything is made out of Originium slugs. That is Smithy's favorite creature here in Terra. Smithy's like, Originium slugs, my favorite. Don't mind if I do. Nom nom nom. I mean, build, build, build. I mixed some other materials and bang, crafted a flash bomb kind of tool. Your Majesty, this is the ultimate weapon against a Rathalos. Throw it at its head and it will explode with a blinding light. Remember to shield your eyes.
It's like throwing a grenade, right? I got it.
You can call it the Shiny Flash Nade.
Pass it to me. Aiming. Fall.
You did it! The Rathalos has fallen out of the sky.
Polyco, what's the most effective move to use on the Rathalos with these dual blades I'm using?
The mid-air spinning blade dance. You must first enter demon mode and then jump in the direction you want to attack.
Skip to the important part.
Spin your dual blades in the most violent way and dance through the air.
Blade dance. An opening. I need to find one. A mid-air blade dance.
I'm going to imagine Yato's fighting is going to be similar to the love Hashira inside of Demon Slayer. That is what I'm imagining. Eat Meow Blade!
Rathalos, I'm here. I'm your opponent.
She rushed straight in, with nothing but her quarry in her eyes. The dual blade spun and twirled in the air, slicing through the smoke and dust. Her body rode through the air as if dancing. She did it! We managed to tie it up. It is fortunate that I learned a method of binding monsters in an eastern village.
Did we do it? Finally, victory.
Your Majesty, it'll be difficult to keep it trapped for too long, so you must decide what to do with it post-haste.
I know. Previously, I had thought the Rathalos should not be your target.
Yeah, previously I thought the Rathalos should not be your target, but after having hunted side by side with you, I had changed my mind. I did not understand this great land of yours, and the existence of Originium, so I cannot be sure of what other threats the Rathalos may pose in the future. Aw man, I would know Smithy probably turned into something. I'd be like, Smithy, what you making? This is your home, so the decision should be left to you. Her gaze swept over the massive body as ashes scattered everywhere from its struggle. Then, even though its scales were riddled with scars, its might was still daunting.
What truly impressive vitality. For the safety of everyone that comes after, I must ensure the threat is eradicated. For that is my duty. Let's finish it off. Yato, wait! What's wrong? Listen to me. There's no need. No need to what? I'm choking so bad. There's no need for us to end its life. And your reasoning is? Because...
Let Meow explain. Look at the parts of the Originium clusters. Smithy, hand Meow the hammer and we will conduct some tapping.
It fell off?
Yeah, it's barnacles. No, Arcorn, take this and go test it for active Originium. I learned from the other scholar that the Rathalos' violent temperament was a side effect of the Originium's influence, but it's not actually infected, even though it was spreading Originium dust everywhere. This may not be enough to dispel your doubts, but I also discovered something very interesting deep in the mine and compiled it with my notes, and have confirmed the following. In truth, the Rathalos has been fighting against the Originium's influence, and the clusters are a product of its resistance. No, Arcorn, the test results confirm my hypothesis, yes?
Yeah, these Originium clusters aren't active.
The Rathalos is merely contaminated with active Originium from the area, and as long as it's not in an active Originium zone, will spread the no dust on its own.
But we can't guarantee that it won't disappear next... but we can't guarantee that it won't appear next to an Originium mine in the future. So it's still dangerous. Do I have to find a way to transport it somewhere and keep it locked up?
No, I promise you won't fly too far from here. It's already old and starvation has worn it out. And after this hunt, its meowability is extremely poor now. Oh, this Rathalos is an old man, huh? I think it went to the Originium mine to try and recover its strength, for the nest resembled the volcanic area we saw deep inside. Indeed, I recall seeing it head towards the volcano when I first spotted it. And now that I think on it, it must have been trying to return from whence it came, meow.
Corn, what do you think? I think, since it no longer poses a threat, and since it didn't attack anyone deliberately, the Rathalos was panting violently, fiery sparks splashing out of its jaws and over its new scars. Its body was still trembling non-stop, squeezing out the very last of its breath, desperately fighting against its shackles. That scared the meow out of me. Me were all tied up and still moving around. The catastrophe is coming closer and closer. In the face of a real disaster, we are truly insignificant. Palico, you're wrong about one thing.
Meow?
This land has never belonged to us alone, but also to all the life here that's just trying to survive. Fighting each other for the chance to live, even if they die bravely in the process. Yato, where are you going? Reinforcements are almost here, so I head to the shelter and help the villagers evacuate. What about the Rathalos? I don't waste time on anything unrelated to my mission, since there will always be some other meddler ready to sort things out. Captain's Log number 5. This is Rhodes Island Operations Team A4, Captain Yato. The source of the Originium dust spreading in Roka Village has been dealt with, and the threat has been eliminated. The next step is to complete the evacuation and ensure the villagers are safe from the catastrophe. Mission complete. End of recording.
Also, Noir did chop off Ratha's tail. So this old dragon doesn't really pose too much of a threat anymore. Hurry, lady! The monster's flying away! Huh? The Rathalos flew away? Huh? I expected as much. Is it because those people couldn't defeat it? Were they not strong enough? No, they're truly strong. They defeated a whole bunch of Originium slugs after all. Are Originium slugs the same level as that monster? They definitely made the right choice. Imagine being on the same level as an Originium slug. What an honor!
It flew away. My moneymaker has flown away. Get in the car now. We have yet to settle our accounts.
Wiping knife.
Akira, you would have done it this way as well, wouldn't you? I knew you saved the Armor Claw beast cub back then.
Aw, he saved a baby. Cute. I wish the Rathalos could return back to its world, but hopefully it can live peacefully now. And doesn't die from starvation. Hopefully it can actually eat stuff now.
It flew away.
It really flew away. Flew away!
What are you guys dallying about for? Come over and help.
Okay, fine. I guess we'll help. We can help. Time to go help. Be helpful. Yes, indeed. Helpful, helpful, helpful. Daybreak. A new story begins from here. In the end, the hunter didn't defeat the monster, but the villagers had left, leaving behind only empty ruins to burn in the flames. Oh man, if the Originium barnacles affected the food that he hunted, probably made him taste gross. Wounded and without a target, the monster roared and bellowed, and returned to the forest on its own, as though leaving with the parting words, "I'll be back." The hunter stands quietly facing the forest. A long time passes before he answers. What? The hunter doesn't beat the monster? Lame. Yeah, he's the greatest hunter in the village. Why couldn't he beat the monster? That's just how the story goes. But the Rathalos that attacked the village got away. It's because they were all too weak. When I become a hunter, I'll chase the Rathalos away in the blink of an eye. Cut it out. I saw it with my own eyes. You're no match for it. Look, what do you think this is? The spear used to hunt the Rathalos. Yato told me to take care of it for now, which means I'm worthy of carrying it. I'm the one who's gonna be the greatest hunter in the whole village. You just go home and sleep. I dare you to say that again. Spirit Helm Breaker! Take that! They're using the moves now. It's like, well, you're gonna be Yato. I'm gonna be Noir Corn. Alright, kids. That's enough. What did the hunters say in the end? Well, it's time for lunch. Go eat, and I'll continue the hunter's story afterwards. Go on now.
Mirai, it's already been half a month, but sometimes it feels like it was yesterday.
Your memory's improving.
I've never forgotten about Akira. Is old Kashiwa awake?
Still in a coma, but the doctor says he's gotten a lot better. He has a lot of life in him yet.
Things have been so busy lately. New streets and new houses. Good thing we saved up some money from the Originium mining and made Hiroshi Rito cough up the money he embezzled. The beginning is the easy part though. The question is, what kind of industry should the village pursue?
Go farming! Go farm that thingy that Mirai was cultivating. Become the ultimate farmers.
Mirai, can't we try the Suzuka cultivation method you mentioned once things have settled down?
Oh, I was lying about that. Never mind.
Lying?
You know how sensitive Suzuka herbs are. It's not really feasible to cultivate them outside of their native habitat with current technology.
But you said...
You guys would never have been willing to move if I didn't. You lost your wits in the face of danger and Rito played you like a fiddle. I had to find a way to get people to leave.
The future. Just thinking about the livelihood of the village is making my head hurt.
Actually, I do have an idea.
Really?
Really?
Go ahead then, I'm listening.
We can make use of our experience working in the mines. We can have our people go out to work in mature Originium projects and bring back safe, established technologies relying on existing supply chains.
Do you realize what you're saying? We finally managed to escape that Originium mine, and now you're trying to send us back in? Weren't you the one who wanted to blow it up?
It wasn't about the mine itself, but the fact that you were digging up more than you could manage, and none of you would listen to reason. We've been working directly with Originium ore for so long, and gained so much experience, that can only come in handy.
Originium is too dangerous. Catastrophe or apathy. Are we really going back to living in fear?
Even so, Uncle, there's nowhere in Terra we can avoid living alongside Originium. The bright lights of the great cities are fueled by the Originium industry after all. It's too late to turn our backs on it and go back to the old ways.
But how can we?
Starting over doesn't mean abandoning everything we once had. What we know about the Originium industry is just the tip of the iceberg. We need to move forward, learn from mature industrial systems, and gain more experience. We'll learn to benefit from Originium in a safe, controlled manner. We brought this disaster on ourselves because of our short-sightedness, but that doesn't mean we have to abandon the idea entirely. On the contrary, we must learn to respect Originium and respect the destruction it can cause, in order to fully enjoy the opportunities that it brings. We shouldn't let the sacrifices of the past go to waste. Besides, we have our friends from Rhodes Island helping us now.
Yes.
I mean, her conclusion's understandable. She says it's fine as long as they do it in a safe way. Plus, we know the villagers don't want to go back to hunting. They really don't. They will complain. They'll be like, "What? I have to be a hunter again. I don't wanna."
You're right. I should think about the village's future in more practical terms. Originium industry, I don't know how much of our existing experience will apply, but like you said, it's worth a try.
And when the situation in the village improves, you can build me a beautiful lab with the latest technologies?
What? What are you planning?
To cultivate Suzuka outside of its native habitat, of course. Along with other research, with the aim of breaking free from the reliance of Originium. That sounds good. Niece, you can have a lab. Go ahead. Help us grow them Suzuka herbs. To bring us closer to a day when we won't have to cower in the shadow of a disaster, when we can stand tall and look towards the light, towards tomorrow. That sounds good.
I'm still worried, Yato. What if the doctor finds out that we took a detour here on our way back from the mission?
Are you going to tell them?
Of course not. Here we are. Wow, everything really was destroyed by the catastrophe. The whole hill was reduced to ashes, and those ashes rose into the clouds, and continue to fall even now. How long has it been, Korn?
Oh, sad. That is sad. If there's gonna be a mention of an industry made by Mirai, I hope it's the Suzuka herb stuff. I want the Suzuka herb tea. Come on. We need more tea talk, like back at Ryan's lab talking about all the teas. All the delicious teas.
Half a month. Already? Feels like it happened yesterday. I heard the felines have been integrated into Rhodes Island. Yes, the official name is the Feline Task Force, led by the Palico, but the scholar insists on calling it the Terra Research Commission and claims to be the leader. They deal with unusual life forms, record the flora and fauna of Terra, and look for a way home. The Palico added that last bit because apparently Artie and Scholar have completely forgotten about it. Yeah, I can imagine the Scholar's excitement. The rebuilding of Roka is underway too. Everything's getting better, don't worry. Do you know why I came here? Not to reminisce about the past, that's for sure. You know me so well. Do you remember that Rathalos? Ah, the monitoring report says that it hasn't left the Sobo Mountains. It can be seen circling them amidst a cloud of ashes from time to time. It won't be easy to spot from a place like this. Let me take a look. It's right there, up in the sky. Where? Oh, I can see it now. I came to. Catches a piece of ash. Witness its fall. The Rathalos flies towards the skies among the drifting ashes. It flies further and further as though drawn by a thread. A thread that would inevitably break at some point. Then it will fall towards the earth. He looks to his right and sees her gazing towards the sky. His gaze slowly moves downwards, stopping at her fingertips. Reaches out. Oh, you got some ash on your shoulder. Are you smiling? It's nothing. Let's go. I'll be here, the hunter said. At the end of the story, many years have passed. New houses have been built in the village, and the forest looks different. Wait, there's a time skip like that? That big of a time skip? I mean, a month of a time skip was fine, like earlier, but years? The young hunter stands where the old hunter once did, facing the monster born anew. They gaze into each other's eyes. The young hunter? Kazuya, is this you? What? Aw, I wanted to see older Kazuya. That would have been cool. Especially since I bet Kazuya would have kept, like you said, Yato's weapons. It would have been fun seeing that, and then maybe that his friend that wanted to copy Noir became his buddy hunter too. That would have been cute. Though man, I want to know how many years passed. Like what? What? But that's a satisfying ending. Surprisingly, everyone lived. I mean, except for Akira, but that was because he died 7 years ago before the event started. But still, I half expected Kashiwao to sacrifice himself to rescue, I guess, little Kazuya or someone else. But no, he lived too. I mean, he ended up in a coma, but he still lived. And he'll wake up from his coma eventually. I believe in Kashiwao. He's strong like that. That was actually one of the happier endings, I think, for an event. Yeah, that pretty much is one of the happier endings. Heck, even Rathalos lived. Sure, the village burned, but they said that it was rebuilt and it was all good in the end. So yeah, satisfying ending. Man, I need more Yato. I need more copies of her. I want to max her, but at the same time, I gotta check my wallet later. Yeah, I just gotta see how it be. I'll debate. There's still time to summon for her some more. I feel pretty good. That is truly a satisfying ending.
But man, I'm pretty hungry. I only had one meal today. I'm being cheap because I'm like, waifus husbandos, I love you more than food. But that one meal, I admit, it's not enough. I might make some instant noodles or just see if there's bread so I can make like a peanut butter sandwich. Or maybe I'll just eat some cheese. Sometimes I just munch on cheese when I'm hungry. I'll just use the rest of my energy to farm. I will farm good. Hoo hoo hoo. And then I have to force myself to sleep because I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. so I can stream some Fate Excel link at 6 a.m. and then go to work and then survive the day. But I believe in myself. I have enough motivation. I just gotta stare at my games and be like, it's for you, my gacha games. It's all for you. And then I live. It's been working so far, and if it stops working someday, then something's wrong. With that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and epic gacha luck. I gotta get a snack. At least some cheese. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Woohoo motivation.